My name is Kelvin Aultman, and I graduated from the Digital Film and Video Production program.
Meet Kelvin Aultman, graduate of F.I.R.S.T Institute and now a thriving entrepreneur in Orlando, Florida, running his very own video production company, serving major clients and agencies. He credits F.I.R.S.T Institute with his success and a gift he received many, many years ago.
My uncle gifted me a Handycam for one of my birthdays, and me and my friends, we started doing these goofy spoofs, and we were into music, so we would do our own music videos, and we just kept creating those videos all the way up to our senior year in high school. So we were known as those guys, pretty much like what people do on YouTube now. We were known as being the funny guys, doing all the skits and the comedy stuff. So that is kind of what started me into it. But I would say it was never a career option. Just because I grew up in a small town in Mississippi, and they didn't acknowledge that film or broadcast was a way to make money, or even the colleges that I went to, that wasn't even a major. So my first degree was for graphic design. I did 2 years at a community college, and my end of the year project was to do an edit of some sort. And I kind of fell in love with the process of editing. And I thought that was it. That's what I want to do after this. I want to go and get a degree in film. I want to be an editor, and I want to work for some production company.
At first, it was a journey of trial and error. He knew what he wanted, but finding the right school took time, until he discovered the Digital Film and Video Production program here at F.I.R.S.T Institute.
I went to several schools. I went to Valencia, I went to Rollins, and all these other film programs, but nobody had what F.I.R.S.T was offering, which was hands-on, everything. They had the sound stage, they had the cameras, the lighting, everything. And I was just like, this is it. This is the school. I was just sold. And me and my roommate from college at the time, we both moved down here. So I was like, bro, I think this is it. This is the school for us. I'm all in. So from that moment on, it was a no-brainer, honestly. F.I.R.S.T really prepared us because everything was such short classes. My goal was to always finish whatever I had in that 4-hour window or so. So I think it prompted me to be very fast in everything that I do and turn around. So a lot of companies want that fast turnaround when it comes to a production company, and they don't want to wait a week after the event to see some type of work. So I think F.I.R.S.T really prepped me and gave me a strong technical foundation where I was ready to rock and roll right out of here. I had already been shooting since 2013, so it really structured me in the way I edited, the way I lit or shot on camera, and all that kind of technical stuff, where I wasn't getting that learning on my own,
Today, Kelvin is flying high, literally. With his drone team and full production crew, he's creating award-winning content for top-tier clients across Central Florida.
So I've been blessed to work with Boyz II Men, Joey Fatone from NSYNC, 98 Degrees. I've worked with Hilton, Orlando Health, Advent Health, UCF, Florida Lottery, Coca-Cola.
And when asked what advice he'd give to those hoping to follow his path, Kelvin had this to say.
Yeah, F.I.R.S.T Institute could be the start of something new for the person who wants to take a jump but is kind of scared to do so. The way the world is now, there's content creation. You could work for a local business, or you could have a job working for a bigger company within somewhere doing marketing. Just because you think going to one institute to get to a certain level that you're going to be competing with other people to do the same job, that's just not true, because the film industry is so vast. You can do everything from operate the camera to slate to be an audio guy, or you could take this degree and be a content creator now. So there's no limitations to what this degree can do for you. You just have to be willing to get out there and do it.